What's up with you guys? This is one and only Humbledstunna back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in again. As you guys always do, y'all come through. And I'm gonna come through with more reactions as usual. And you guys been running up my last video, which is a law and crime video. And that's been going crazy. And I actually enjoyed doing that reaction with you guys. And I'm planning on doing more if we get to 10 likes on this video. So if you guys are tuning in right now, never been here before, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button just to get to the 10 likes, so we can go and react to those videos like I want to, and you guys probably want me to react to those videos too. So if y'all hit the 10 likes, we get there as well. We have to react today, right now, to a video of cars. And I have to react to a car video probably since the Dodge electric vehicle. And electric vehicles have been popping up. I know I've been driving around seeing a lot of new electric vehicles, as they say supposed to be going from gas vehicles to electric. We'll see how that goes. But there has been more electric charging stations everywhere, malls, workplaces, anywhere. Those are expanding the little charging stations. So I've been seeing this vehicle. I didn't know what the vehicle was called because it looks so different than any other place. There is a lot of other cars as well that's popping up out of the blue air, like this Lucid Air 2023. And I'm seeing a lot of people drive this, and I'm seeing another one called Polestar. It sounds kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Polestar, Poster. Let me not be explicit. It's Polestar, I guess. Nah, I don't think Polestar would be a car name. But we got to react to a video of the Lucid Air, and that's dope. It's a dope name. So all I've seen is the different headlight on the front. I haven't seen any other part of the vehicle besides the outside. So let's see if they give us a good review on this video from Kelly Blue Book, which they have a good standard and resume within reacting and rating cars. So let's see what they got going on.
Who's super good looking, and on top of it they're smart, and you think, is this person really for real? I've often wondered if I would ever meet the vehicular equivalent of that. I think I just may have.
It's that line, it's that headlight in the front. It's a long bar.
The Lucid Air. I'm just gonna give you a minute. Aren't you glad you subscribed to the KBB YouTube channel to see this? You haven't? Oh, well then you should.
And it looks like a Tesla and a Porsche.
Okay, let's start with the exterior. For a luxury electric vehicle, yes, aerodynamic is the word of the day, and the Air achieves that and then some, besting Tesla in the category. But it does it with so much style. It's all elegant shapes and subtle but really sexy curves. It has a nice sloping hood, really tight waist. The LED headlights.
See, the Porsche right here is always in the back of the vehicle right here. It looks like kind of like a stocky, or looks like a, I don't know. It looks kind of like a big old bump in the back of the car. Or I think it's a Cayman Porsche. They got the back of the vehicle. It looks like this. Yeah, that's what gives me Porsche vibes. And the like the little front where it's like uneven, because the Porsche is like on the side of the Porsche in the front. It goes like this, almost like it dips. But we're gonna see what they got.
Tail lights are delicate, but they're super powerful. It's both modern and it's classic. In a word, I think it's gorgeous. And when you can get it in shimmery metallic colors like Cosmos Silver, Zenith Red, or Quantum Gray, with a contrasting roof should you desire, it only adds to the allure. For the record, that roof is also completely glass, but more on that later. They really thought of everything to the detail. Even this typeface here just screams refinement. Actually, you know what? Refinement doesn't scream. It just sort of sits there waiting for everybody else to catch up. Going inside proves that the Air is more than just a pretty face. I've sat in a lot of interiors in my time that I think are pretty impressive. This one, to me, feels extra.
It feels kind of subtle though at the same time. And we got a fucking commercial.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away.
I wouldn't get in on metallic color though. Keep it a buck.
On getting in, you'll notice that the front of the cabin features dark materials and colors. That's because designers wanted to achieve a focused space for the driver, something akin to the cockpit of an airplane. But in the second row, where your delighted passengers are fortunate enough to luxuriate, colors are light, giving their space an airy vibe. Hey, maybe that's part of why they named it the Air. It's for the driver.
I feel like now electric cars, I know you had a Tesla, you got like a big old iPad, or I know it's different ones you can probably install. Like they have the iPad. But I feel like this big dashboard right here is kind of like too much. The big dashboard is different, but I feel like it's too much. Like it's like popped up. Because obviously sometimes you got a dashboard like it's not out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe it's just different for me, maybe it's different in person, but it's electric car is electric car. I like the Lucid emblem or word on here. I think it's actually different in fire. Usually you just get the emblem. I think the word Lucid on there looks fire, and the steering wheel does look kind of different though. It's probably not fully a circle, just give you more space on your thighs. Probably more comfortable seating wise for a driver, or probably anywhere, but it looks like it looks spacious though, for sure.
Into the cockpit of an airplane. But in the second row, where your delighted passengers are fortunate enough to luxuriate, colors are
She gonna step in the car with the muddy boots like that? Okay.
giving their space an airy vibe. Hey, maybe that's part of why they named it the Air. Each color scheme is named for not only places in California where all Lucids are designed, but the time of day that the mood is trying to evoke, like Santa Cruz at midday, Lake Tahoe at 7 p.m., or the Mojave Desert at midnight.
That's fire.
There's more room back here than you could possibly fathom. It's incredibly luxe. You also have heated seats naturally, and you have this electronic console here with which to adjust them. You can also do things like deploy rear shades. There it goes. You also have a pass-through to the trunk.
Check.
So you can access things back here, or if you're feeling incredibly saucy, you can put your skis through here if you're going to Jackson Hole. Oh, you also get a trunk and a frunk. You get both.
Where the engine at? Oh.
The tech in the Air levels up to the color and material design. While comprised of mostly touchscreen, there are buttons for HVAC and volume. Incidentally, this switch...
Hold up, pause. Let me see that thing. Pause. Let me see that thing slide out like that. That was crazy. Hold on. That was a fire.
The tech in the Air levels up to the color and material design. While comprised of mostly touchscreen, there are buttons for HVAC and volume. Incidentally, this switchgear was designed to emulate piano keys and have a great feel.
Okay.
So some highlights of this system to me, navigation will help you find charging stations really easily. It is connected to Alexa, not to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto yet, but Apple CarPlay is coming first. Android Auto will follow.
Of course.
As far as the UX system is concerned, I think that the processor is pretty quick. It does sort of move fairly quickly. It did just recently get a pretty big update. I really like this. It has a little stash back here, nice little cubby hole that you can, where you can hide things, and then it kind of retracts back here. The one thing I will say is it can feel a little bit layered, but I think once you get used to the system and once you set up everything the way that you want it, honestly, I think the interaction while you're driving it is very intuitive, and I think it all works very well in concert.
I'm gonna rate this at the end.
Three things I'd love to have changed. First, if you hook up your phone and get in it, and it was previously set to Bluetooth, it instantly starts playing whatever you had on there. For me, it was always my noise machine for when I sleep, and that made me nuts.
That's normal. All right,
second, the windshield wipers are confusing and don't have enough adjustability. If it hadn't been raining in LA the week that I had the car, I'd never have known that. Also, when I turn the turn signals, I often hit the wiper button. That was annoying. Third, while on a gorgeous cloudy day like this, the glass roof is stunning. But in a Southern California...
So what's the difference between panoramic and these? Are these the same thing? If somebody is a car, deals with cars, just educate me. Are these the same thing, or these are vastly different?
In the summer, it is hot, and this is like a greenhouse. Lucid will offer a solid roof eventually, just not yet. There are 4 available trim levels on the Air. The base level Pure, which comes as a 2 or 4 motor drivetrain.
Damn.
The Touring, which is this one, comes as an all-wheel drive 2-motor setup. And it actually is good for a little bit more mileage at 425 miles. Now, the Pure and the Touring both come with only 18 battery modules.
Both the Grand Touring and the Grand Touring Performance get 22 battery modules with a 118 kilowatt capacity. Can we just take a second and look at those horsepower numbers again, please? Those are nuts. You might think the pricing is too, and because this is a luxury.
I think as we get more new or different electric cars, the speeds and the horsepower and the performance of the cars is going to get even more crazier. Like the Tesla is only the beginning. I've seen Teslas fly like from start to finish. Like obviously, I think their 0 to 60 is amazing. I know it's a light car at that because it's not all that heavy duty stuff in the car because it's not gas. It doesn't run on gas and engine, transmission, all the extra things. But it's just amazing how fast they do go though.
Car, it no longer qualifies for that federal $7,500 tax credit, although Lucid has offered that to customers themselves. So check with the company to find out if they're still honoring it.
When you walk,
I don't know though, but like, to be honest, they give off like...
What did you get
They give off like
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2024...
I'm gonna put 3. Because it looks like kind of bulky, like a hatchback almost.
when you walk up to the car, it unlocks, you get in, and it's already on. No need to press any buttons to start. On the leftmost side of your 34 inches of screen, you're going to get functions like exterior lighting.
Wait.
Charge.
I'm sorry. But like, did she just hop in the car? She said you don't press any buttons to start the car? Hold on.
When you walk up to the car, it unlocks, you get in, and it's already on. No need to press any buttons to start.
Okay.
On the leftmost side of your 34 inches of screen, you're going to get functions like exterior lighting, charge port and trunk opening, and those windshield wipers that I was kind of moaning about.
The instrument cluster gives you feedback on regen, speed, and also for Lucid's Dream Drive system, which is basically an advanced lane keeping assist. No, it's not quite up to Mercedes or Super Cruise levels yet, but something tells me they're working on it. The system does operate smoothly, it's not super jerky or noticeable.
Driving around town in smooth mode, which is the lowest drive mode setting, the air just exudes confidence. I'm going to say though, the driving process takes a little bit of getting used to, and mostly I'm talking about in regard to the regenerative braking system. So when it's in standard, it's pretty aggressive. When you put it into high regenerative mode, you are in true one pedal driving, and once you get used to it, it no longer feels like you're sort of riding around in the back of a rickshaw, but actually the system is so smooth and so incredibly cool that you can just kind of roll to a lovely stop. Man, this is really cool.
When you engage Swift and Sprint mode, look out. The instant torque, even on this sedate 600 horsepower version that I'm driving, will snap your head back in the best way possible. This is a flipping rocket, and he's not light at a minimum of 5,200 pounds.
And I promise you, when you're driving, you really don't feel it. It's
I know that breaks like some of the older folks' minds, like especially in like the 60s, 70s, like had them heavy, slow ass, heavy duty cars that actually look, some of them, the old fashioned cars back in the day, vehicles, like actually type fire than what we got now. But it's about 5,200 pound car. It's crazy. Back then that shit was like 20, 30,000. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but you know, 15,000 pounds, you know, that's kind of crazy.
Amazingly agile, incredibly comfortable. The suspension absorbs so much on the road, and I am looking for every single bump that I can find.
Is that normal to have all that space in between the tire? I mean, the suspension is probably good with the vehicle like this, because it runs so smoothly. It don't look like it take bumps like bad though. It look like they handle them well, but just saying like.
Down turns, I really feel like the car is incredibly well balanced. It's super poised, and then of course with that instant torque that you get no matter what mode you're in, oof, when you come out of turns you absolutely explode out of them.
Damn.
Just for the record, I do have the larger 20-inch wheels and bigger tires on this particular car, and I can't imagine that they definitely improve the driving experience when it comes to performance. So if you want more range, the maximum range, then you will need to get it with the 19-inch tires. I'm not sure if that does take away a little bit from the performance aspect of driving the Air, but I just don't have that option available on this car, so it's not something I can really speak to.
Okay.
The steering offered excellent feel and the pedal touch proved well calibrated, but there's no torque steer, no lag, nothing much between you and a pure driving experience.
If you're ready to take the EV plunge and you're kind of wondering what your current car is worth, click right here on the link. KBB can help you out.
Okay.
When it comes to charging your Air, you'll get 1 free year in the Pure and Touring models and 2 years in the GT and GT Performance through Electrify America. On the GT trim, I plugged in and got over 100 miles of range in a little over 10 minutes. The Touring will take a little bit longer, but not much, which is likely only a few minutes shy of a normal gas stop if you're looking for a bump before getting back on the road. A full charge overnight should take...
I think this looks smooth though. Like the front it look kind of like futuristic at the same time, but we never seen a headlight go from one side of the car to another. So I feel like that's what brings a different type of vibes off of the car. And it doesn't look like anything's extra or forced at that. It looks like everything's fit. I like the blinker when you put your blinkers on right here. I like how that works. So the front of the car is fire. And I like how that has the Lucid words right here.
Than 13 hours on a level 2 charger. I managed 100 miles in 4 hours on one of those.
Gorgeous and smart, and yes, expensive. But if I were in the market for a luxury EV, the Lucid would be at the top of my list. I would love it if they made one that was a little bit smaller. Let's go, guys. But I gotta tell you, this Air is rarefied.
I'm not gonna lie, obviously that's the end of the video. Shout out to Kelly Blue Book for this video, right? Why? Because they gave a great reaction, great review on the vehicle. And we have a lot of new electric vehicles that's gonna come out in the future. Or that's out right now that we haven't seen. And I feel like this might be on top of the list, but there is a plethora amount of vehicles that's gonna come out that's electric that we haven't seen that we gotta test out first. So thank you guys for tuning in. Better react to more electric or just vehicles in general, because it's going to be a whole dynamic change in vehicles and cars at that, and we have to all adjust because in 2030, they want everybody driving electric vehicles. I don't know how they're going to make that happen, because a lot of people have gas vehicles. It's been the standard since cars haven't ever been a thing. So we're going to see how that works out, and yeah. Stay up, stay humble. See y'all next time. Get us to 10 views so we can react to that video, no cap. Because we have to react to a video, but if y'all get the 10 views, I don't know if we could react to that video. So let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Stay up, stay humble. Peace.